Hello, everybody, and welcome to this masterclass on how to release the fear of weight gain. Oh my goodness. Am I ever excited for this masterclass? I get excited for everything that I do in my business. Whether it's a paid masterclass, a free masterclass, I'm talking to my clients inside of the academy. I just love this work so much. So I'm so grateful. I am so excited that you are here. I want to see who is watching with me. This is going to be a very important conversation to be had. And for those of you guys who do not know, August is the month of healing body image in my world. I'm actually running a program, Body Image Boost, starting next week. And I was like, this is literally the perfect introduction into that program on healing body image because many people struggle with this fear of weight gain. So I'm excited to give you guys a perspective shift on this topic. This is really one of the main things that I want you guys to get out of this masterclass. I want you to walk away with a different perspective of weight, a different perspective on your body. I want you to start thinking more about yourself and who you are and less about your body, because the reality is, you guys, healing body image is actually not about loving your body. Most people think like, I have to love my body. I have to love my body. And it's actually not so much about that. It's not about loving what you see in the mirror every single day. Healing body image is actually no longer thinking about your body 24/7, no longer obsessing about your body 24/7, no longer having this intense fear of weight gain. So my hope for you guys today is to really walk away with a completely different perspective and get clear on what really matters in life. Okay, so if you are here, please say hello. I love interacting with you guys. I see Patrice on here. Hello. Jacqueline, hello, you guys. If you are watching, say hello in the comments. I love having fun with you guys. Before we actually dive in, hi, Maria, hello. Before we dive in, I am actually going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this training. So I'm like so freaking excited. So definitely stay tuned. If you registered for this masterclass, you are automatically eligible to win, which is kind of insane. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that giveaway. And hi, Stephanie. Oh my God, Stephanie. Hi. Sarah's on. Hello, you guys. So everybody who registered is going to get a special offer at the end of this masterclass. And one person is going to win an $111 credit to use towards any of my programs, which I'm so friggin' excited about. I don't do this often, but I felt in my heart, I'm listening to my intuition, and I'm like, this just feels right. So I hope you guys are freaking pumped. Okay. Hi, Sarah Ann, super excited. So that one person can use the $111 credit to any of my programs, whether it's my body image program starting next week, Stop the Urge, Eat Normally, Break the Late Night Binge, my 21-day challenge, or my academy, like literally anything. So I will share the winner at the end of this training. Okay. So Juliette's on here, Sarah Ann's on here. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and dive on in because I have a lot planned for you guys. Let's talk about this fear of weight gain. Oftentimes you start dieting at a pretty young age. Maybe you started, Weight Watchers when you were very young, or you were on a meal plan, or you started tracking calories and macros. Maybe you even lost a bunch of weight. And there was this belief that this was going to bring happiness, that this was going to bring confidence. I think we all believe this to be true, right? If I'm in a smaller body, I'm going to be happier. If I'm in a smaller body, I'm going to be more confident. How many of you guys have believed this to be true? Now, to some extent, there is some truth to that, in the sense of if you feel more comfortable in certain clothes, right? Let's say like clothes isn't so tight on your skin, you're able to breathe comfortably in your clothes, like of course you're going to feel better, right? So there is some extent to that. Hi, Kimberly. Maybe if you lost weight before, maybe you even had more energy. Maybe you felt less bloated, right? But there's also another side to this. of, okay, I lost weight, but I still don't feel good enough. I lost weight, but I'm still insecure. I lost weight, but I still don't like what I see in the mirror. But I'm still fat. But I'm still comparing myself to other people. Or I'm still comparing my current body to a body that I used to be in. Or I lost weight, but I need to lose more weight. Has this happened to you? Hi, Jen. You lost the weight and it's not enough. You don't look like her. You still don't like your arms. You still don't like your stomach. You're still obsessing over the number on the scale, hoping that it doesn't go up. Maybe you're even replaying a comment that somebody said to you about your body. And now every single time you look at yourself in the mirror, you hear that comment. You're fat, thunder thighs, your stomach's too big, you gained weight, whatever that comment was. The comments that people have said to you about your body become your voice. The thoughts that you think when you look in the mirror and how you now view yourself. So I had a comment, many of you guys know my story. I had a comment that when I was in grade 8, somebody made a comment that I was fat. Before this comment, I never thought I was fat. I was like 13 years old. I wasn't really even thinking about my body. But ever since that comment, I saw myself in photos and I thought I was fat. I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw fat. I had rolls when I sat down. God forbid we don't have rolls, right? I had rolls when I sat down, I'm fat. I looked back at old photos of myself and I didn't like what I saw, I'm fat. These comments consume your mind and it becomes all that you think about. And then it becomes a different perspective of how you now view yourself and your body. I'll never forget this one time when I went to a yoga studio, not the current yoga studio that I go to now, it's incredible. This was a few years ago. And of course, I'm going to a hot yoga class, so I'm wearing like a tank top. And the person at the front desk, she's like, whoa, like, she's like going like this, like, whoa, look at those big muscular arms. Like, and she's like going like this as if I'm like a sumo wrestler. She's like, look at these big arms, like talking about me. And I'm like, my brain heard, your arms are so big, you're fat. That's what my brain heard. What my brain didn't hear was your arms are so muscular. My brain just went fat. My brain just went, you're so big. And since that day, I was insecure about my arms. I just saw big arms in every photo, in every top that I wore, in every photo that I saw of me, big arms. And that phrase played in my mind over and over and over and over again. I couldn't see myself how I used to see myself before. I didn't even remember. I didn't even know how I viewed my body before. Because quite frankly, I wasn't concerned about my body until these comments. These comments at a young age, or whatever age, is what kickstarts poor body image. These comments change the way that you, me, us view our body. It's almost like you're putting on a different pair of glasses that you're wearing, and you never view your body the same way that you used to, right? Yeah, nobody should be commenting on anyone else's body. I fully agree with that. So this is why, if you've ever done affirmations, they feel like BS, in my opinion. I'm trying to tell myself that I love my body. Why is it not working? Lorna, I'm writing in my journal every single day that I love my body. Why do I still feel fat? Lorna, I'm writing down, I love my body and I still feel fat. Lorna, I'm telling myself that I'm beautiful and people are telling me I'm amazing and I'm beautiful. And why? It feels fake. For me, it felt fake. I felt like I was writing down one thing and then I felt something completely different. Can anyone relate? It was so interesting. I would do a morning routine. When I was on my healing journey, I was very committed to a morning routine. It changed my life. And I was told, like, do affirmations. So here I am, like, writing out, like, I love my body. I am confident in my own skin. And here I was in the morning feeling bloated because most of my binges would be in the evening, right? So I would go to bed feeling horrible in my body. And then I would wake up and I'm like still feeling horrible in my body and I'm still bloated. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know, just like write these affirmations down. And it just felt inauthentic. It felt forced. It felt wrong. There's something about affirmations that felt so far-fetched, and almost like I felt worse because it's like, am I supposed to feel better? Like, what's wrong with me? I should be feeling better, but I don't. There's a time and a place for affirmations, but when it comes to forcing yourself to say these things about your body, I don't think it's effective. It doesn't get to the root of body image struggles. It's a band-aid solution that might, keyword, that might temporarily make you feel better or worse, depending on how you feel when you write these affirmations down. But these are deep-rooted beliefs. A comment that somebody said to you is now a deep-rooted belief. This is who I am. These are deep-rooted beliefs that you have adopted from these people, from these comments. They are not going to disappear with just writing down that you love your body. Because in the back of your mind, you still feel fat. In the back of your mind, you still feel like I have thunder thighs. In the back of your mind, you still feel XYZ, whatever comment was said to you, it becomes an ingrained belief of like, this is just who I am. This is why I do breath work for myself and my clients, to help clear limiting beliefs, to get you out of your busy, chaotic mind where there's all these subconscious programming, these limiting beliefs inside of your mind. We have to get into the body, because the real transformation and healing happens when you can feel, when you can get into your body and heal those parts of you that are hurt, that are sad, that don't feel good enough. We can't think our way to just feel better. We have to feel better. So a huge reason why you have this intense fear of weight gain is because of comments. Maybe it's happened to you once. Maybe it's happened to you twice. Maybe it's happened to you many different times where somebody had commented on your body and that hurt you. It triggered you. It made you feel not good enough, not worthy enough. It made you feel a certain way. And once it happens to you, there's so much fear inside of your body that it is going to happen again. You experience that pain. You don't want to experience it again. This is my reality, right? That was my reality. And this is the reality for so many people. So you continue to diet, you continue to spend the rest of your life dieting, restricting, saying no to certain foods, saying no to going out for dinner. I have to weigh myself every single day, because what if the weight comes back on? What if somebody notices? Oh my God, what if somebody comments again? If somebody makes a comment again, I don't know if I can handle the pain again. So you protect yourself. And a way of protecting yourself is, I'm going to keep focusing on weight loss. I just need to be smaller. I just need to lose weight. I just need to get this weight off. And yes, you want to lose the weight, but perhaps more so than anything, you don't want to gain the weight. It's the same root issue. I am scared of gaining weight because I care about what other people think. Are you a people pleaser? Do you constantly worry about what other people think about you? Are you afraid of people not liking you? Are you afraid of people judging you? When you care so much about what other people think about you, you please them, you want them to like you. Can you guys relate to this people-pleasing tendencies? I was definitely a people pleaser when I was younger. Yes, ma'am. Very common. I see all the thumbs up. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, right? When I was younger, I didn't feel like I belonged. Truthfully, I felt like I described myself like an oddball out. I don't know why. That's how I describe myself. I'm like this oddball out. Like, I just felt awkward. I felt random. I felt like, here's the world and then there's me. Like, I always felt like I was different, and not so much, that wasn't really a bad thing. I just felt different. Like, I never drank. My friends would be like going out at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, my bedtime's 8 o'clock. Literally. I grew up a competitive dancer. So I literally, as soon as the school bell rang, I like rushed home, I walked home, and then my mom picked me up, and then I had to go to dance. And I would literally dance until like 9 o'clock at night. And all my friends would be like, hang out, go get their nails done together and do all these things. And I'm like, I don't do that. I would wake up literally at like 6 o'clock in the morning in university And I would go to the gym, I would have my breakfast, I'd like go grocery shopping at like 7 a.m. I was just like all these like weird things, right? Not weird things, but just different. And my friends would be rolling up into the 10 a.m. class, like, I just got up 5 minutes ago. And they're like half asleep. They didn't eat breakfast. They stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning, which is fine, to each their own. But I just felt like I was different. I just felt like I was different, right? I did things at a very young age. I felt like I was very mature at a very young age, but I felt like people didn't like me because I was like the 50-year-old friend when I was like 12. Like, guys, we got to go home. We got to go to sleep. We got to get in our water. I just felt like I was like 50 years old when I was hanging out with like my 12-year-old friends. Like, I don't know. That's how I felt. I never felt like I belonged, period. So I had this thought. If I just fixed my body, if I just lost weight, if I just became smaller, then everyone's going to like me. Maybe then I'm going to belong. Maybe then people are going to notice me and I'm going to feel seen. And then people are going to accept me and notice me. Woo, I can control this. I can't control some other things. I'm not going to start drinking. I'm not going to start partying at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's not my jam. Although in university, I did have this one thought and I'm like, maybe I should get into those things. We're so desperate to be liked. We want to fit in. We want to fit in. We want to be liked. We want to be noticed. We want to feel like we're part of something. And I had this thought of like, maybe I should start drinking and screw it. Like, screw my grades. Like, what? Like, maybe I should just like say YOLO. And I had that thought for like a 0.5 second. And I'm like, no, that's not me. But I had another thought. Well, if I'm in a smaller body, people are going to like me. I can do that because I just work out and I freaking love working out. And then I just have to eat healthy and I really like that. So like win, win, win. This is going to be so easy. I'm going to be confident. People are going to like me. Nobody's going to comment on my body. Nobody. There's going to be no more comments about my body because I'm going to be in a smaller body. Everyone's going to love me. Life is going to be perfect. Oh boy. This is where people get it wrong. Weight loss will not bring you happiness. If you are still concerned about what other people think about you, what other people think about your body, that is the real problem. Being in a smaller body is not going to make you happy. If somebody comments on your body and says, I don't like the way that your arms look, are you going to be okay with that? You can spend months, years, dieting your face off, not eating the foods that you love just to be in a smaller body. But imagine somebody made a comment. Would that trigger you? You're in this like dream body, whatever size, whatever shape, this body that you like dreamed of. And people are like, God, look at her arms. Her stomach isn't flat. She used to be smaller. She has a weird shape. She has no butt, whatever the comment. Would you be happy or would you be triggered? Doesn't matter the size. These comments warp your vision of how you view your body. It's not enough still. I still don't look like her. My arms are still big. My stomach is still fat. The goal is to not have a comment be said to you, because let's be honest, people are going to make comments. I am not going to be that coach that just beats around the bush and say, oh, well, you know what? Nobody's going to comment on your body. I promise you. That's bullshit. Unfortunately, our society is one that comments on people's bodies, comments on how much you're eating. People do comment. So the goal is to not have somebody say a comment to you, because it's going to happen, unfortunately. But the goal is to have a comment said to you and it doesn't impact you. It doesn't trigger you. It doesn't faze you. It doesn't upset you. It doesn't shake you. It doesn't send you into a week-long binge or a week-long period of restriction because I don't feel good enough. You don't get here by changing your body. A changing body, a smaller body, a different body doesn't prevent you from getting triggered. when somebody makes a comment. If you were confident in who you are, notice how I say you weren't confident in your body. If you are confident in who you are, comments would not be triggering. If you do the work to heal body image, if you do the work to cultivate self-love, if you do the work to respect your body and you are taking such good care of yourself, comments won't be as triggering. But are you placing your entire identity in the way that you look? If so, it's going to destroy your self-confidence. When you aren't confident in who you are, when you are confident and you do the work to heal body image, you do the work to feel worthy in who you are, they're not going to be as triggering. Sure, it might sting a little bit, but you're like, yeah, but you don't even know me. I know who I am. You know who you are. You know you are respecting your body. You know that you're taking care of yourself. So it doesn't matter what other people think. You know the truth. But when you are restricting and when you are binging and letting a comment send you into a spiral, when you know that you're self-soothing with food, and we haven't healed the deep roots of body image struggles and our relationship with food and what made you not feel good enough in the first place, it lowers self-confidence. Oh, darn it, I let that comment get to me. I turned to food again when I was stressed. I can't process my emotions. Oh, this person has so much power over me. I binged after somebody made a comment about the way that I look. Right? We get mad at ourselves when somebody makes a comment to you punish yourself. You're literally punishing yourself because somebody was rude to you and you're punishing yourself. Right? Comments that once used to trigger me, like when somebody would ask me my weight, when somebody would say, Lorna, how much do you weigh? It triggered the heck out of me because I was restricting, I was binging, and it didn't feel like me. I didn't feel like the number was a true representation of who I was. So I was triggered. Now somebody can ask me what my weight is, or make a comment about my body. I actually don't even know my weight because I don't weigh myself, but I won't be triggered. I've done the work to heal. I've done the work to like me. I've done the work to stop people pleasing and caring so much about what other people think. I have detached my worth from the number on the scale. I've detached my worth from the way that I look, but it was not always that way. My identity was in the way that I look. I even did bodybuilding competitions because I was so not in love with my body. I hated the way that my body looked. So I entered in these bodybuilding competitions in hopes that maybe I would like what I saw. In hopes that maybe if I literally get so goddamn shredded, then maybe I will be happy. Maybe I will feel confident. Maybe I will like what I see in the mirror. This is what happens when we wrap our identity in the way that we look. 1 pound can tear your self-confidence down. I remember weighing myself every single day. I shared this story a few times. In the note section of my phone, literally, I would weigh myself, and then I would open up the note section of my phone and I would write down the number on the scale. And even if the number on the scale went up by 0.01, it was 6 a.m. worst day of my life. Why? Because when we attach our entire identity in who we believe we are and who we believe other people see us as, it's like I'm a failure. But how you look is such a small fraction of who you are. But if your worth is tied into your weight, if your worth is tied to the way that you look, one comment or 1 pound up on the scale will send you into a spiral. I'm not worthy anymore. It's a bad day. One photo that you see of yourself and you don't like, you're planning the next diet, right? Got to remove these foods, got to work out more. Healing body image and releasing this fear of weight gain cannot be fixed by putting a Band-Aid on, by just doing these affirmations or telling yourself you're beautiful or just trying to fix your body and lose weight. You wouldn't be scared of weight gain if you were confident in who you were. You wouldn't be scared of weight gain if you were able to process and cope with our emotions, so that if somebody does make a comment, I got this. I'm not going to let a binge, I'm not going to spiral into a binge. You're terrified of weight gain because I don't want somebody to comment. I don't want somebody to notice. I'm not confident in myself. So if somebody makes a comment, I am knocked out. Right? Hi, Carmela. So on my journey, back in 2019, many of you guys know, this is when I committed to healing my relationship with food, healing my body image. This is when I hired a coach back in January of 2019. And I spent years trying to change and fix my body. I did the bodybuilding competitions. I did every single meal plan, every single diet, tracking calories and macros. I did all the things. But in January of 2019, I had this realization. And it was the weirdest thing because I cared about weight loss and my body for 10 plus years. But I had this realization that I didn't care so much about weight loss that I once did. I just got to a point where I was so ready to stop my binge eating. I was sick and tired of weighing my food, tracking my food, obsessing over the number on the scale. I just was ready to stop binge eating. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to feel good in my body. I wanted to be kind to my body. I wanted to treat my body with respect. It was like the weirdest thing. I'm like, wait, is this Lorna? Is this the same person? Like, what is happening? Because normally I'm just like, I just want the number on the scale to go down. That's the most important thing. But I remember telling my coach, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want the six pack that I used to have. I was a personal trainer. You guys know I did bodybuilding competitions. I did all these things. I'm like, I'm not even desiring those shredded arms anymore. I don't even want to lose weight. I'm not even focused on the weight right now. Like, I just want to feel good about who I am, because I spent years being so mean to myself. I spent years putting my body literally through hell, restricting and binging and over exercising. I would spend so long in the gym, fasted cardio, got to do an hour of weights, and then got to do an hour of cardio, and then, got to do this. Like, I was punishing myself for everything that I was eating. I was so hard on myself. I was so mean to myself. I would compare myself to every single person. Why don't you look like that? You still don't look like that. Her hair is more perfect than you. She has a flatter stomach. She has a nicer butt. Whatever. You're not good enough. You need to be doing more. So it's the weirdest thing. I said to my coach, I'm like, you know what? It's not even about so much about what I think about my body. Yes, I had negative thoughts about my body and I didn't like what I saw, but I was ready to be more kind to myself. Like, I was ready to cultivate self-love. But I am so concerned what other people are going to think about my body. I told my coach, I said, I know people are going to judge me. If my body changes and if I put on weight, people are going to notice, people are going to comment. And I was so terrified of that literally it would be 30 degrees outside, so hot. I'd be in a sweater. And I used to always just say, like, I'm cold. And like, yes, I do get cold. Like, literally in the summer, sometimes I have to wear a sweater because I genuinely get goosebumps. I'm frozen. But sometimes it'd be 30 degrees and I would be wearing a sweater because I was still insecure. What really ate at me was this fear of people noticing. If you have ever had a comment said to you about your body, I'm going to do everything that I can to protect myself from that comment, somebody not commenting on my body again. Right? I got to a point where I was fine with my body changing because I knew I needed to be healthy. I knew I wasn't healthy, restricting and binging and thinking about food 24/7 and having this obsession with the number on the scale. I knew that wasn't healthy. So I was fine. I got to a point, took a lot of time, it took a lot of healing, but I started to be okay with my body changing and maybe not being in the smallest body because my goals started to shift. I wasn't worried about being the smallest me because I was prioritizing being the healthiest me. I wasn't worried about every single calorie that I was consuming because I was prioritizing being the healthiest version of myself. I wasn't worried about the number on the scale because I stopped weighing myself because I was prioritizing the healthiest version of myself. So I was fine with that, but I was not okay with potential comments that scared the living crapola out of me. I don't know if I can handle another comment. I was always fit. I was in a smaller body. I was in shape. I used to look like this. I'm not, and if I'm not those things, and I put my happiness and I put my entire worth into the way that I look, and if I don't have those things, what the heck? What do I have? If I don't have the body, then what do I have? Who am I? What do I have going for me? I used to tell myself, people like me because of my body. People complimented me because of my body. Yes, people called me fat, but people also said, like, you're a source of inspiration. Like, you work so hard in the gym, you eat so healthy. People told me how motivated I was because of the way that my body looked. So if I don't have that, what do I have? Who am I? What do I have to offer? Man, oh man, I had so much to offer you guys, and so do you as well too. But you don't feel like you do if for all these years, all you were concerned about was the way that your body looks. This is deep, and I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface, but this is deep. I don't want to go to that pool party because my body has changed. And I'm okay with changing because I know that I'm healing and I know that this is what I need to do. And it's not that I have to gain weight. Like, I don't have to gain weight in recovery, but I'm not worried about that as much because I am not trying to control every single thing that I eat. I'm not like weighing, tracking, and measuring all my food. Like, I am starting to feel better. I am starting to feel more free with food. I am less impulsive. I'm feeling less guilty. I'm learning how to rewire my brain. This feels so good. Way better than being on a diet, way better than thinking about food 24/7. So I started to have these glimpses of freedom and confidence and self-love. But I felt the need to literally explain to people why my body was changing. I felt like I need to let people know I am not letting myself go. No, you don't understand. I promise I am not letting myself go. I'm not eating junk all day. Like, I am taking care of myself. I love the person that I'm, becoming. I am feeling better in my own skin. I felt the need to explain to people. Why? Why couldn't I just take care of myself? Why couldn't I just love the person that I was? Why couldn't I just feel better in my body? Why did I feel the need to tell people what I was doing? Because I felt like everybody cared. Like, Lorna, your body is the most important thing in this world, and there's nothing more important than the fact that your body is changing. Oh my God, I'm so dramatic. So dramatic. But I thought, maybe you had this thought too. It's like, everybody's going to notice. This is all people are going to talk about. This is all people are going to see. With people haven't seen me in a really long time at a family gathering, and then God forbid I show up in a different body, somebody is going to notice. They only care about my body. This is a problem. If you believe people only like you because of the way that your body looks, that's a problem. If you believe that people are just going to make comments about your body, whether you lost weight, you gained weight, that's a problem. And side note, for the people that do make comments, like, they probably don't even realize how hard it is to maintain a body size that you were not meant to live in, because maybe they didn't even have the drive or whatever you want to call it to even start a diet in the first place. It's easy for people to say you let yourself go. Let them think that. It's easy for people to say you're not motivated anymore. What, you just gave up on your goals? Let them think that. It's easy for people to say, oh, whoa, are you okay? Are you not into health anymore? Let them think that. Let them think that. Only you know in your heart how you feel. It will be triggering if you're not taking care of yourself. But if you are, let them think what they want. And even if you are binging and you're overeating right now, you're a work in progress. Let them think what they want. You are on a healing journey. You are learning to respect your body. You are putting in the work to heal, to cultivate self-love. Let people think what they want to think. People will make comments, and it's not your problem, it's theirs. You believing that people care way too much about your body, we have to work on this. I felt the need to justify, and literally, like, I felt like I needed to make like even like a social media post. I felt like I needed to make this huge announcement. I felt like I needed to like send an email to all of my aunts, all of my cousins, all of my second cousins, all of my dad's cousins. I needed to send a massive email to like everyone in the world to be like, I am not letting myself go. I am not just sitting at home eating pizza and craft dinner. Well, I'm not letting myself go. I am actually feeling really good. But I felt this need to tell people because, well, I think that's all people care about. I want to ask you something. Are you judging other people's bodies? Do you notice when people put on weight? Are you like, oh, she put on weight? How do you respond when you've seen someone, maybe you haven't seen an aunt or a friend in a really long time, and maybe they do put on weight? What is your response? How do you respond to that? And it's okay if you feel a certain way right now, maybe you're not proud of, but we're going to work on it. But it's going to be really hard for you to believe in other people. It's going to be really hard for you to believe that other people aren't judging you if you are not only judging yourself, but you are judging other people. Without a doubt, I notice, but it doesn't change how I feel about them in any way. I don't say anything. Yeah. So if you are judging other people, and maybe you're not judging other people, maybe you're not verbalizing comments when they gain weight, but you just notice, and maybe you're kind of judging them in your head, kind of whatever, you're going to believe that other people are like you. Because if I'm having this thought, then other people are going to have this thought. Yes, I notice because I'm so obsessed with my own body, but never judge them, and certainly would never say anything, right? But here's the thing. When we're so obsessed about our body, it's like we believe other people are so obsessed with their body, and we also believe other people are so obsessed with the way that we look. If I am judging my body, then I believe other people are judging my body. Now you might say, Lorna, I don't judge other people, but I know people are judging me. Well, get this. That's still you judging other people. No, Lorna, I don't judge people, but people are judging me. That's you judging them because you're judging that they're judging you. You're literally making this assumption that they're judging you. That's still you judging them. I heard this on a masterclass this morning, and I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm going to tell this to my masterclass people because it's true. Lorna, I don't judge anyone. I don't judge other people's bodies, but I know that they're judging my body. That's you making an assumption. You're judging them because they might not be thinking that, right? When deep down, you know who you are. You're respecting your body, you're nourishing your body, you're taking such good care of your body, you're healthy, you're happy, you have so much energy, you feel good. It is hard to fear weight gain when you feel so damn good. It is so hard to fear weight gain when you are loving the person that you're becoming, and you're speaking kindly to yourself, and you're doing things with food that you're happy and proud of the habits that you're engaging in. You're taking such good care of yourself. You know that weight gain is not going to kill you. It's when you know you're not taking care of yourself, when you know you're binging, when you know you're restricting, because that's when you don't have control, and that's when it feels scary. When you don't have control over how much you're eating, when you're binging, when you're spiraling out of control, that's the scary part. That's when you fear weight gain, because I don't feel like the things that I'm doing with food, it doesn't even feel like me. So if it doesn't feel like me, then I don't have control over my weight. But when you're taking good care of yourself and you trust your body, there is no fear. There's no fear. Some people might say, but I'm scared of having the weight come back on. Like, I can lose the weight, no problem, but I'm scared of having the weight come back on because maybe you just spent 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't know, a few months, a few years, dedicating to a program, losing weight, whatever the case may be. But the thing is, going back to the comments, maybe there was even comments of like, you look so good. What are you doing? What? Wow, you look amazing. How many of you guys had comments like that? And maybe you would remember like, oh, everyone noticed. Again, maybe you felt like you belonged. Remember, I shared my story of how if I just change my body, people are going to notice me. Maybe people did start to notice you. And you don't want to lose that. You're like, oh my gosh, for the first time in my life, people noticed me. For the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged. For the first time in my life, people, I feel, accepted me. Hi, Marta. And this is why comments about your body are never helpful. Whether somebody is saying you look amazing, you look like you lost weight, or somebody is saying, wow, you look like you gained weight, it's not helpful. And you might think to yourself, yeah, but Lorna, when I lose weight, life is going to be amazing. But I want you to ask yourself, is this really true? When you lost weight, think back to the last time that you lost weight, or maybe a few years ago. When you lost weight, it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies, because it's not that you never had to worry about your weight ever again. Most people think if I just lose weight, then I'm never, ever going to have to worry about the way that I look ever again. If I just lose weight, then I'm never going to have to worry about what I have to eat because I'm in this dream body. That's not true. If that was true, then you would have stopped dieting on the very first diet that you went on. It's not true, because you go on the diet. Hi, Cindy. You go on the diet and you lose the weight, and you were probably even more obsessed with your weight because, oh my gosh, people are noticing. Oh my gosh, I'm losing weight. Maybe you're even weighing yourself every single day. You're weighing maybe even your food. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. And so you thought weight loss would bring you happiness. Weight loss would bring confidence, but you're not even enjoying the process. And a lot of people think, once I get there, I'm going to enjoy my life. How many times have we said this? Once I get there, once I'm in a smaller body, then I'm going to enjoy my life. When I'm in a smaller body, then I'm going to wear the dress. I'm going to go on the vacation. I'm going to take the photos. When? How many more years? You're already 30, 40, 50, 60. So when you're 90 years old, you're going to start living your life? Once I'm in a smaller body, then I'm going to be able to have dessert. No problem. No, because what ends up happening is you're in this smaller body and now you don't want to lose it. So I still can't have the dessert because I can't gain weight. So at first I can't have the dessert because I have to lose weight. But then you lose the weight, I still can't have the dessert because I don't want to put on the weight. Like, what? Right? So losing weight doesn't heal body image. Losing weight doesn't fix an unhealthy relationship with food. It doesn't get over this intense fear of weight gain because you lose the weight and it's still, oh my gosh, I cannot have the weight come back on. How many of you guys can honestly say that you know this is true? Like, you've lost weight and it still wasn't enough. Like, it didn't get to the root. Maybe you had more energy. Maybe you were able to fit into a dress and you were like, oh, this feels better, but you were still worrying about what you put in your mouth, or you were still judging yourself. It's still not good enough. I'm still thinking about food. I'm still, every time I walk by a mirror, I got to make sure, that I look okay. This is proof that we need to dive into the root. Yeah, I started focusing on other things like cellulite, right? So most people believe, yeah, but if I go and I heal my relationship with food and I heal my body image, I'm going to gain weight. I had this thought, I'm like, it's inevitably going to happen. Like, do you believe that? Do you believe that to be true? I don't know why. People always have this assumption of like, I'm just going to gain weight if I'm like recovering or if I'm healing my relationship with food. And I thought to myself, well, okay, goodbye health and fitness goals. Like, I'm just going to throw that out the window. If I want to work on my relationship with food and my body image, well, looks like I won't be able to lose weight. So peace out, goals. It's not true. Everybody's journey is different. And the reality is if you do gain weight while you're healing your relationship with food or your body image, it's either because number one, your body literally needed it. Like you were probably at such an unhealthy weight, like not healthy at all, that your body needed it. Or number two, maybe you weren't really doing things in a step-by-step order and you're just like, free for all, I can eat whatever I want. And obviously that's a whole other conversation. But I am here to reassure you that you don't have to gain weight. Will you? You might. Will you lose weight? You might. Will you stay the same? You might. But it's not about the weight. If you are fearing weight gain, it's going to be really hard for you to heal your relationship with food. If you are fearing weight gain, it's going to be hard for you to trust yourself. If you are fearing weight gain, it's going to be hard for you to eat intuitively. If you are fearing weight gain, that's going to prevent you from having the most delicious, satisfying meals because it's always about the lowest calorie option. Never happy. I didn't like me at 120 pounds, same as the bigger weight now. Yes. Julietta said, yes, when I was smaller, I was worried of people telling me I was so small. Yes. Yes. 100%. I remember like losing weight and I remember people telling me like, oh, they're going to say like, oh, what have you done? Like you lost weight or like, how are you eating? Or like, what are you doing? And it's still about the body. It's still about the body. The goal of healing body image is to not think about our bodies 24/7. I remember back in 2015, I wonder if Andrew can hear me. He's in the other room right now. I remember in 2015, I was starting to date Andrew and I had such a bad body, which is 2015. And I remember my family telling me, so we had a family cottage and my parents were like, let's go to the cottage. You can invite Andrew and like, this is going to be so much fun. Like, let's go to the cottage and, you know, you can invite him over. I just started dating him. So I'm like, okay. Most people are excited. I started freaking out. I'm like, I'm not beach ready. There's no way I'm going to put a bathing suit on. Like, I'm not ready to go to the cottage. I need at least a few months notice so that I can actually get myself ready. I was freaking out a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I want to be able to go to the beach, but like we can't go to the beach in October. So I can't have like 3 months to prepare for this 2-day cottage event. So I still want to be able to go to the beach. So I can't go in October, but I also need time to prep my body for a 2-day cottage event. So I literally chose like the latest date in August. I think it was like the last week of August. I'm like, I literally pulled up my calendar. I'm like, what's the latest date that we can go so I can prep and I can still go to the beach? And I had this sneaky little thought in my mind. Maybe you just don't go. You can do things around here. Like you don't have to be in a bathing suit. Like you don't have to be at the cottage. Like I had this little sneaky thought. And then I told myself, I'm like, no, you know what? I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my life. I am not going to pass up on this opportunity. I know we're going to have fun. I love the cottage. I love the beach. Like we're going to have so much fun. I am not going to put these incredible memories that I'm about to make on hold. But I didn't just say yes. I said yes. And then I went to planning mode. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You got 30 days or however long it was. You got 30 days to prep for this event. I started over exercising. I started restricting my calories. It was literally hell. And at the time I was tracking my calories and macros. And I was so terrified to gain weight. I've associated weekends, weight gain, cottage, weight gain, out of your normal routine, weight gain. Vacation, weight gain. How many of you guys do this? It's like if I'm going on vacation, I just automatically assume I'm going to gain weight. If I am out of my normal routine, I'm automatically going to gain weight. I was so terrified to be seen in my body because I was not comfortable in my body. I literally spent all day, I think it was like the day before we're about to leave or whatever, prepping my meals, putting them into containers, tracking my macros so that I can bring my prepped food with me to the cottage so that I wouldn't fall off track. I was crazy. Like I was batshit crazy, but I was so terrified to gain weight. I had this belief. If you go to the cottage, you're going to gain weight. I'm out of my normal routine, I'm going to gain weight. I'm on vacation, I'm going to gain weight. If I don't prep my meals, I'm going to gain weight. If I don't follow my macros to a T, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain weight. So this is how it played out. We went to the cottage. I brought all my prepped meals. Do you think I wanted them? No, because I was looking at everyone else and what they were eating. And I'm like, oh, that all looks so good. And I was anxious the whole time. I wasn't even present with my family. I don't even remember the trip. I don't even remember. Here I was like thinking that this was going to be so much fun. I don't even remember the trip. I was trying to calculate because, let me see. Okay, I actually really want that snack. Okay, maybe let me see if I can make if I can do like an alternative, like a swap. And then I'm like in my phone all day at the cottage. Everyone's outside and I'm like inside, like trying to like calculate. Right? I did this because I didn't trust myself. You might be doing this because you don't trust yourself. I don't like the way that I feel in my body. I don't trust myself. I need control. But this doesn't help you feel better in your body. It makes you actually more obsessed with your body. This doesn't help you feel confident. It just makes you more obsessed with your body. This is what happens, you guys. You still obsess about what you're eating, even though you're in a smaller body, even though you lost weight. Most people compare themselves. Okay, I lost weight now, but I still don't look like that. I still don't look like her. I don't have those arms, blah, 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 blah. You're either comparing your body to somebody else's body, or you're comparing your body to a past body that you used to be in. Looking back at old photos. Oh my gosh, how many of us do this? Why are we comparing ourselves? There's a lack of worthiness. Every time you compare yourself, you're putting yourself down. Every time you compare yourself, you're literally telling yourself you're not good enough. Whether this is a friend, a family member, or whatever it is, it's like, I'm still not good enough. And if you can't accept the body that you're in right now, I promise you, you're not going to accept your body when you're in a smaller body, because it's not even about your body. It's about the thoughts in your head about how you feel about your body. Let me say that again. I really want this to land. It's not about your body. It's about the thoughts in your head about how you feel about your body. And how you feel about your body doesn't change if you are in a smaller body. It doesn't change because, I still don't like it. Big arms, fat, those phrases are ingrained in our subconscious program, in our mind. It doesn't just float away because I'm in a smaller body now. I'm never going to think about that thought. I'm never going to think about my thunder thighs. I'm never going to think about my big arms. This is proof that it's not going to be fixed by a changing body. We think I'm not going to compare myself. Once I lose weight, I'm never going to compare my body ever again. But we're still doing it when we're in a smaller body. Because again, the root is I'm not good enough. The root is perfectionism. The root is people pleasing. The root is I need to be perfect. The other thing that I briefly mentioned was I lost weight, but I'm afraid that I'm going to spiral and I'm going to gain weight because I don't trust myself. The reason why you tend to not trust yourself is because how you lost weight, if how you lost weight was not sustainable and you knew you couldn't keep it up. So for example, for me, every time I lost weight, I would always be doing crazy cardio, calorie deficit, like MyFitnessPal. Like I knew what I was doing was not sustainable. So I knew it wasn't unhealthy. I knew it was unhealthy, and I knew that I would not be able to continue doing this for the rest of my life. So I didn't trust myself to keep going because I literally couldn't. I didn't trust myself to engage in healthy habits and take good care of myself because I prioritized the way that I looked over my health. I cared more about being in a calorie deficit and getting the damn number on the scale to go down than focusing on making myself feel good in these sustainable habits. Do you trust yourself to make sustainable habits? Do you trust yourself to be consistent with movement? Do you trust yourself? Patrice says, not this year. I'm on vacation as we speak. Yes, because you've been putting in the work. I am so freaking proud of you guys. Just take a moment for Patrice right now. She has literally joined a few of my programs and like all my master classes. You're just amazing. And she's been putting in the work, and look, she's been on vacation as we speak, and her mind is shifting. And I'm just so proud of you, Patrice. Like, I just have to take a moment on this master class because I am just so incredibly proud of you. This is what happens when you just put in the work. You shift your mindset, we can start living our life. And on that note, if you were to trust yourself and fully surrender, how would you start living your life? Right now, it's like there's control. I can't gain weight. There's so much control. But if you surrendered, how would you live your life? What would you be able to do if you trusted your body? I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh my God, I love it. How would you live your life? How would you live your life if you fully trusted and you surrendered? It's really hard to live your life if you don't trust yourself, right? When there's a lack of self-trust, it's like, I need the rules because I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself, so I have to weigh myself every day. I don't trust myself, so I have to bring my food to this party. I don't trust myself, so I have to tell myself that I'm going to go to the gym 7 days per week. I don't trust myself, so when I go to the cottage, I have to bring my own food. It is hard to be calm and enjoy your life and be present when there's these rigid rules and this structure. If you were to fully surrender and fully trust yourself, how would you live your life? You would have fun. You'd be on vacation, crying, tears of joy. You would have better relationships. You guys know, some of you guys know that I got back from my honeymoon in May. 2 years later, I had to wait 2 years, you guys. Unacceptable. I'm joking. But it was actually 2 years because the whole pandemic stuff. I remember every single moment, and I am not exaggerating. Every single moment on our trip, I remember. I was so present. I was so there. I remember every single detail, even the locations of where we're at. One night, it was kind of cool there in Greece because I guess we're on like a mountain, Santorini or whatever. And so I remember this one night, Andrew and I were walking home from dinner, and it was dark out and it was a little chilly because we're right by the water, and I'm always cold. So I grab a towel. There's no blanket, so I grab a towel to put over me. And we're just sitting on this chair. Andrew was behind me. I'm like, just cuddle me, just cuddle me. I felt his arms on my body. I like closed my eyes, and I'm like, I never want to forget this moment. We're not doing anything extraordinary. We're literally sitting down, and I'm like, I don't want to forget this moment. When you're not consumed with food, when you're not consumed with thoughts about your body, you can feel, you can be. I can literally bring that vision into my mind right now and remember it as I was literally there yesterday. Back in 2015, when I was at the cottage, I don't remember a single thing. And not just because it was 7, 8 years ago, I can't do math, however many years ago, it's not because it was that far. I don't remember it because I wasn't there. I was not there. I was here in my mind. This trip, this honeymoon, I am never going to forget. The meals, even one night, Andrew and I, we had a whole restaurant outside to ourselves. I think because it was the time we went for dinner early, because I get cold and I want to be wearing a nice, cute dress. But if I go for dinner at 8 o'clock, I'm going to have to cover myself up, and that's not going to be the vibe. So we're going to go to dinner at like 5 o'clock. Nobody's there, just us. And I remember like the location. I remember like the pillows. I remember the couch that I sat on. I remember what I was wearing. I remember holding Andrew's hand and me taking photos of our rings because I love my rings so much. I remember these moments. I will never forget these moments. So when you are consumed with weight gain, we have to really ask ourselves, like, what really matters? What really matters? Like, what's my main priority? What really matters to me? And something that really helped me get over this fear of weight gain was shifting how I saw weight gain, shifting how I saw being in a different body. So for many people, they automatically think like weight gain is a negative thing. Like, I can't gain weight, it's scary. I can't gain weight, it means I'm a failure. I can't gain weight because of X, Y, and Z. Like, it's a bad thing. And for many of you guys, you've spent the majority of your years losing weight, and everyone around you was losing weight. But have you been told, this kind of goes deep, but have you been told in the past, you're too loud, be less loud. You're too happy, be less happy. You laugh too much, laugh less. Be less, do less, be smaller, shrink, be quiet, less. And God forbid you are more, oh my gosh, that's not okay. Be louder, I can't do that. Be at a heavier weight, I can't do that. Have the number on the scale go up, oh my God, I can't do that. Laugh more, I can't do that. More, I can't do that. I gotta be less. I gotta shrink, I gotta be quiet. I gotta be less. I gotta be less, I gotta be less, I gotta be less, I gotta be less, I gotta be less. Gaining weight can be uncomfortable though. For example, I can't stand feeling my thighs rubbing together. For sure. And I get that. Many of you guys might be like, Lorna, if I'm gaining weight, like my pants don't fit me, I'm uncomfortable. But the thing is, your body wasn't meant to live in a body that you were uncomfortable in. So if there is binging going on, if there is overeating going on, we have to fix that. Because if we're no longer binging and restricting, we're not going to eat until we're physically sick, and the weight will take care of itself, right? We're going to have less joint pain when we're making decisions in alignment with self-love, and we're choosing foods that make us feel good. We're going to have less inflammation. We're going to have less joint pain. We're going to have more energy, right? So there is that aspect as well too, right? So something to think about as well too. And I know it can feel uncomfortable. I know, because I remember being in a body, like people would ask me if I'm pregnant, and I'm small, like I'm tiny, like I'm 5'0". Like, I'm so tiny. Some of you guys probably think I'm like so much taller. Like, I'm literally tiny, little woman, little woman. I'm so small. And people would literally say, like, are you pregnant? Because I was so bloated, I was so uncomfortable. But I realized that I was in that body that was not mine. I was restricting. I was binging. I was self-soothing with food. I wasn't taking care of myself. When we take good care of ourselves, we heal body image. We do the work to heal our relationship with food. We get rid of the binge urges. There's no more overeating. There's no more restriction. There's no more overeating, right? It's like when there's none of that, when there is none of that, then our bodies can settle into a beautiful, beautiful place where we feel so good. So I want you guys to flip the switch and really shift your relationship with weight gain. Most people think weight gain is bad. But again, it's like, how did we feel? How did you feel when you were in a small body? Maybe you knew it wasn't healthy. Like for me, I was overexercising. I actually lost my period. I had hormonal issues. I had gut issues. I had adrenal fatigue. For those of you guys who do not know what that is, like, you're exhausted. I remember I would literally have checks from the gym that I worked at, and I would have to go to the bank. The bank was 5 minutes away. I couldn't even drive to the bank because I was so tired. I would have to take a nap. That was not healthy. I want you to reflect Physically and mentally, how did you feel when you were in a smaller body? What did you notice about your energy, your mood, your thoughts about food? I shifted my relationship with weight gain, and I didn't see it as a bad, scary monster, but I saw it as like, I got my period back. I got my sex drive back. When I was dieting and I was in a smaller body and I wasn't taking good care of myself, no sex drive, thinking about food all day long, like no energy. I was a zombie. So when I put some weight back on, I got my period back. My hormones leveled off. I had more energy. I started having a better relationship with food because I started healing my relationship with food. I started feeling better in my body because I started healing my relationship with my body. I had way better workouts. You guys know I love my workouts. I love my workouts. I actually had energy to do bomb ass workouts, and there's nothing for me. I was like, there's nothing that feels better than like getting a good sweat, right? Like pushing myself, getting my workouts. I got stronger. Weight gain doesn't always have to be a bad thing. But if you are weighing yourself number one, or you're attaching your worth to the number on the scale, then again, it's going to feel like a big deal. I am a failure. Right? When I was in my smallest body, I was unhealthiest. I was moody. I was irritable. I hated my body. I was a zombie. Like, this is not okay. So as much as you think it might be the worst thing, I want you to shift your perspective. If you put on some weight, let's just say you put on some weight, but your sex drive was like through the roof. You had so much energy. You feel amazing in your body. But like, even if you put some weight on, you feel amazing in your body. You are so kind to your body. You're stopping when you're full. You're no longer binging. You're no longer self-sabotaging with food. You're not overeating. You're just in a different body. You have so much energy. You have the best relationships in the world. You have the best friendships in the world. And you're just in a little bit of a different body. Is it really the worst thing? You fear weight gain because I don't trust myself. I'm still self-sabotaging with my food and I don't have control. So yes, it's scary. You want to feel good. I want more energy. I want to have a better mood. I want self-love. So again, if you lost weight right now, 20 pounds down, 10 pounds down, 50, however many pounds you need to lose, you think you need to lose. If you lost weight and you were in this dream body, but you had no energy to do what you wanted to do, you were irritable all day, you were so mean to people because you were so hangry, you never wanted to be intimate, you never went out with friends, you were always the friend that said, oh, sorry, can't make it, I've got plans. You have no plans. You're just saying, I can't go. You weren't living. You were staying at home in this small body because that's the only thing that matters. You didn't have the friendships that you have that light you up, that make you laugh. You didn't have the relationships that you're in. You don't have the kids that bring you so much joy in your life. You don't have the love that your family gives you on a daily basis. Are you happy? Not worth it. I think about these little moments in my life, you guys. What really matters? Like, I am so happy with just, let's just cuddle. I'm just gonna make myself a nice hot cup of tea and let's just cuddle. That's like, that brings me tears to my face because I'm just so happy. So can we just cuddle and put on a cute blanket and make ourselves tea before bed? Can we just do that? That, like, irreplaceable joy, pure happiness, joy. If I did that and I was in a smaller body, we think it's going to magically feel different. It actually felt different for me in a worse way. I'm like, don't touch me. I still don't like my body. Like, what? Hi, Caroline. Right? It would not be worth it if you were not living. If you don't have anyone to do anything with. You have a small body, but you're not even going on vacation because I don't want to gain weight, so I can't go on the vacation. You don't have the love from your kids or your partner who brings you so much joy. It's not a fun life. It's literally living in prison, only caring about the number on the scale. You want more. You want the cuddles on the couch. You want the smile on your kid's face, which brightens up your day every single day. You want to have energy to go for your walk and go into the gym and feel like a strong badass. You want to put a smile on your face. You want to feel good. You want to feel loved. You want freedom. You want to feel calm. You want to be in a good mood. This is what you want. One of the main reasons I healed my relationship with food and my body was because there were times where I didn't want to be intimate. There were times where with my mom and my boyfriend at the time, it's like I was snappy and I was irritable. Yes, I was in a smaller body, but I didn't feel good about what I was doing to other people. I didn't feel good about how I was talking to my mom. I didn't feel good about being snappy. So can you shift your focus from weight gain is the scariest thing to weight gain can mean gaining my life back? I'm going to start living with higher energy, making better memories, more energy in my workouts. I'm going to have kick-ass workouts. I'm right? I get to live my life. I can't wait to feel good. You can either spend your whole life fearing weight gain and restricting and protecting yourself to maybe try to not gain weight and be obsessive and wait until you feel good to go and do the things, or you can shift your relationship with weight gain and do the work to heal your body image and heal those parts of you that feel maybe not good enough right now unless you look a certain way, and then spend the rest of your life enjoying your body, not hiding it from the world. You know deep down what's most important for you. You know making memories is the most important thing. And it's okay to have fear, but you can either run with the fear and let the fear be there as you heal, as you work on healing your relationship with your body, as you cultivate self-love. Because you're safe to do this. You are safe to trust your body. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. And when you cultivate self-love, you are going to take better care of yourself. You're going to stop being mean to yourself. You're going to take such good care of yourself. You're going to nourish your body with foods that make you feel so good. You're going to get in those workouts and you're going to feel incredible. This is what really matters. This is what really matters. So, how are we doing? We're just over an hour. This is the masterclass. How are we feeling? Give me something in the comments. How are we doing? How are we feeling? I still have to do the giveaway, and there's also a special offer to all of you guys who registered, so hang tight. How are we doing? How are we doing? You guys know that releasing this fear of weight gain is going to be the thing that sets you free. It is one of the first steps that is required for you to heal body image and to cultivate a healthy relationship with food in your body. So I wanted this masterclass to be an introduction to you and just give you a little glimpse, a little taste of what healing body image can give to you. So I am so excited to dedicate to you or share with you guys this program on healing body image. Many of you guys have heard of it before, but I am running my Body Image Boost program. So this is a 3-week program designed to heal the root of your body image struggles so you can feel confident in your own skin and cultivate self-love and truly respect the body that you're in. This is a perfect next step if you are wanting to dive deeper. Maybe you felt a glimpse of freedom. Maybe you felt a glimpse of hope. Maybe you felt a glimpse of peace and calmness in your heart and you want to dive deeper. In this program, I'm going to teach you healthy coping skills for when you are having a bad body image day or you see yourself in a photo and not have it spiral into a day of restriction or a week-long binge. I'm going to share with you how to navigate comments about your body, how to work through these limiting beliefs about your body so you can start seeing yourself as more than a body, and how to actually make peace with what you see in the mirror and fully respect the body that you're in. So I'm very excited. We are starting next week on August 15th. Now, this program is regularly $497, but I am doing something very special for all of you guys who registered. Every single one of you guys who registered for this masterclass, you get to join at $111 or 2 payments of $67. This price is only going to be good until August 14th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you feel like this is the perfect next step, you're ready for a body image boost, you want to feel this love within your body, the respect that you can give to your body, this would be a perfect next step. Okay, I will email you all of the details for that, for your special link. Now, a few other things coming up. I have 2 next master classes coming up, which I'm very excited about. The first master class that I have coming up is on how to rewire your brain out of the diet binge cycle. The other one is how to control your crazy cravings. So these master classes are more specific for you if you're binging and you're feeling very impulsive with food. And maybe you're like, I'm giving into my cravings, but every time I give into my cravings, it just ends up into a binge. So these would be perfect for you. Right now, it is at the lowest rate for the next 3 days. It's $33 for one masterclass, if you just want to do one of them, or it's $55 for both. The full price will be $97 for each, and then $127 for both. So if you literally want to join one of them, you can join $33 or both for $55. One of the master classes is on how to rewire your brain. The other one is how to control your crazy cravings so that they don't turn into urges. Lastly, if you are ready for more healing, personalized support, and coaching, and you want more accountability, you guys know about my academy, the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. This is my highest level of program to work with me, the highest level of support, the highest level of accountability and customization to support you in healing body image, healing your relationship with food. It's personalized coaching with what you need support with. If you join the academy now, you get body image boost included, and you also get these 2 master classes included. Okay. So I'm going to email you with all the details. Of course, if you have any questions, please come to my inbox. There is deadlines for some of these prices. They're not going to be this price forever. I want to do something special for you guys. So be sure to check your email, check the expiration dates of these special offers. And if you need help with what your next step is, please message me. This is what I'm here for. Okay. Now, before I end, I did want to share the giveaway. So one person is going to win an $111 credit to use towards any of my programs. So they could be towards body image boost and you literally get the program, or it can be towards Stop the Urge, Break the Late Night Binge, Eat Normally, my 21-day food freedom challenge, or my 4-month academy. It can be used towards anything. So it was so funny. I literally was going to tell my husband, like, choose a number from these people that registered, like just choose a number and then that person's going to win. But he had a call. So I literally texted my sister. I'm like, just tell me a number. Just tell me a number. So I know that there's like things online you can do, like random winner, whatever. I don't know how to do that shit. So I just texted my sister. I'm like, okay, from this number to this, just choose a number and I'm going to choose the winner. And I'm like, watch it be one of my clients. You're going to freak out when you hear this. It is one of my clients. So I'm going to let my client win and I'll share who it is, but I'm also going to choose somebody else because this is just so fun. So Jacqueline, you have won. The number was on your name and I do things fair. You guys are my clients. You guys, it still counts. You registered for it. So it still counts. So Jacqueline, I know you're in my academy. You're in all the things. You're literally in every single program, every single masterclass, but we can work something out if you want to do like a one-on-one call with me, a one-on-one breathwork session, or if you want to wait until the academy is done and you want to talk about, next options, I will message you for that. So that was so funny. I'm like, watch it be one of my clients who literally gets access to me like every single day and every single program. But I'm so happy that you won. And the other person that was right next to her is Tracy, Pedretti. So Tracy, you also want to, I don't even know if you're in this Facebook group, but I have your email here, so I will message you. You have won $111 credit to use towards any of my programs. So I'm very excited for both of you. I decided to choose 2 because this is so much fun. Like, how fun is this? I hope you guys are loving this. So anyways, those 2 people win the $111 credit, but all of you guys who registered get Body Image Boost for literally $300 off, $111 or 2 payments of $67. And then those 2 master classes at the pre-sale rate. So I will message you. Thank you for being here. Have an incredible rest of your day, you guys. Message me if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.